Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you for dropping by this video. If you're new to this topic or this channel, I would invite you to check out one of my introductory videos. This is a video diary of me diving deep into this tradition. What a day. Oh my gosh. So painful. I spent almost all the day engaged in addictive behaviors to numb out and blot out. One of the most painful experiences of my life that just happened a few days ago. And, at a certain point, I started off the day listening to, watching this movie, John Carter. It was really interesting to watch John Carter. The last time I watched it, I just felt like, it just touched my soul so deeply, like this spiritual adventure and like becoming this amazing being, and it's a romance. And I just, last time I watched it, maybe 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, it was like really inspiring to me to like, yes, continue my journey towards sacred partnership and like this amazing, vast spiritual adventure. And this time when I'm watching it, it was just entertaining and yeah. So that went on for most of the day. It was pretty painful, pretty brutally painful. And then at a certain point, this funny thought came to me. I'm like, I think Amida is my only hope. And that might sound like a negative thought, but and in the past, like if I thought, this, um, for example, in the past, I've thought like, oh, the teachings of Christ are my only hope, or doing a lot of cognitive therapy, like I think it's my only hope. It was kind of depressing because I kind of knew that it wasn't going to work. But when I thought that, I was like, I think Amida is my only hope. It just brought so much joy. Oh my gosh, it just totally shifted me out of that dark place and out of that depressed, just beyond depressed, like doom, gloom, hopelessness feeling. And I actually went out, and it's Halloween, so I went out and played. Like I got dressed up and I went out and had some fun interactions with people. And I love Halloween. But I was so depressed today. It was going to be the first Halloween I think I'd missed. I think I was on a retreat for one Halloween, so I missed that. But other than that, I like haven't missed Halloween in like 20 years. And I just, this thought of like, wow, I think Amida is my only hope. It just shifted everything. So, because actually, I think this is going to work, not necessarily like fix my life, not fix me, but lead me to the ultimate goal. Yeah, I'm really feeling that. So it was interesting. I was out for Halloween here in my town. It's quite the show. It's thousands of people dressed up, being silly, interacting with each other, being playful. It's really actually very special. But as I was walking down the street, I just kind of like, I'm starting to have this feeling of like, nothing here in this world actually really matters. And I kind of started listing in my head all the things I've done. Um, it's like I've been a salesman, I've written a lot of poetry, I wrote a book, I've danced a lot, I've done a lot of, it's called ecstatic dance, freeform movement. I've dated a lot, I've had a lot of sex, I've had a lot of exquisite romance. I was just thinking, like, I had this one date, like it was a first date, and it was just like 5 hours of just like love, like just like being in this bliss, love, intoxication bubble. It was an absolute peak experience. Of course, it didn't last. Um, but, and explored sexually and traveled and owned a health food store and studied everything and played a lot of video games. I was just kind of going through, like I've skydived and I mean, there's a few things on my bucket list. I still want to go swim with great white sharks, preferably with a metal cage in between me and them. Um, but I'm kind of to this point where because I've done so many things and I've suffered so much that I kind of have this feeling that nothing really matters here in this world. Um, and that's just what I was feeling tonight. It's like, oh, this is fun, having these play silly interactions with people on Halloween and seeing all the sights. And it's like, um, but there's this other thing of like, it really doesn't matter. Um, and that because I was feeling so connected to Amida, normally that would be a very depressing thought. But tonight it just felt kind of liberating, like unattached. Like, sure, I can go out and play on Halloween or not. Um, so that was my day. The grace of Amida pulled me out of like a really deep hell. So I stayed up all most of last night doing addictive behaviors too. Mostly it's internet surfing, just like for hours with some junk food thrown in and some pornography thrown in. It's really not. It's really hellish. It's really not fun. Um, so I was up most of last night doing it, and I did it like most of today. So I'm ready to go to bed, and I'm just in awe that this hope appeared. It just appeared, and pulled me out of it. So Namo Amida Butsu. Like I want to say something wise, like to anyone who's discouraged, just keep. Well, I guess the feeling is just keep reaching for Amida, whether that's watching a video like this or something else, or reading some Jodo Shinshu, or just chanting the Nimbutsu, or just seeking to feel connected to Amida. Because today it pulled me out of a really dark hell. Thanks so much.